There we go. I think we're good now. There we go. Fun fish fact. Microphones work better when they're plugged in. Or in this case, you actually turn the receiver on. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. You like this shirt? You can buy it in the merch store. Link in the video description. Turn the cameras on. It's a nice Friday. It's thunderstorming. I bought spade connectors. I have spade connectors finally. Yay. Put those in there. Forget I have them. How's everyone doing today? We got a MMU. We're building a MMU today. I'm gonna call this a MMU all build series. I know it's gonna annoy the hell out of people, but we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna be building the PRUSA MMU, the MMU tree. I can speak English. I went to school. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. So today's stream should be fun. I don't think we'll get this built in a stream. This will probably be a 2-stream build series, and then probably an AAR stream, an after action report stream. So we'll build it and then we'll fiddle with it. No intro. I'm phasing out the old intro because it's getting out of date. I really need to update the intro. I just keep forgetting to do it. For the microphone plug fund, Andrew Rogers, $10. Cheers and appreciate it. If we have any Saudi oil princes in chat, there's also a mortgage fund. If you know, you just want to chip in. How's everyone doing? Talk about multicolor. You see the printable designs using dithering on the XL. No, do you have a link to it? I've been using the XL because bigger bed is betterer, and this is actually the biggest volume printer I have right now in terms of X, Y, and Z. So we rep racking now. So I've printed all the bracket, like the French cleats and whatnot. These are all printed in PETG-CF on the Pantheon. You know, these should probably be printed in the PETG-CF, but the thing is, I have betterer colors. I want these to be bright orange. So also, they're PETG. They should hold up okay in the temperatures out here. The spans won't be too big. It's like 16 inches on center, so it's like, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, so I've got that because I'm so happy that I figured out that EMT, this stuff doesn't fit in the focus that I had, but it fits in the, oop, doggo's barking. I might have a package. That fits in the Crosstrek. It didn't fit in my focus before. 1 second. Why are you freaking out? Coda, buddy. Hello, how you doing? Oh, have a good day. Thank you. Relax. What? What do we got? Oh, what's the city want? Municipal of Lakeshore has contracted asphalt resurfacing program. Oh, this work is to begin on Monday and is expected to last for, this involves removal and replacement of asphalt for a short period of time on the surface due to milling operation. During the construction, residents will have access to their driveways. However, there will be disruption to normal traffic flow. If you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact us. Yay! So, like, all week they've been piling up traffic cones, like, down the street, and we've been trying to figure out what they were doing with them, because they went through it. And so, okay, we're gonna go on a tangent. Hi, for the Canadians here, you'll understand. So a couple of years ago, MNSI, which is a local company, put fiber in our entire neighborhood. They did an amazing job. They used those machines that like do the trenches with the water jet, and it made like barely any mess. They were very clean. They came in, they came out, they did their stuff. They got all the whole neighborhood hooked up with fiber. They have a very attractive plan. Like, it's great. I love MNSI. Well, MNSI doing that made Bell, for those in Canada, you know Bell, like, oh shoot, we actually have to compete. Let us install fiber in this neighborhood now. They made a complete mess. I don't know what auger system they use. They cut trenches. Instead of doing like the nice underneath everyone's lawn, they cut trenches everywhere. So everyone had like this dead line in their front yard. where they cut the trench going down the street, and then they cut trenches up the side of everyone's houses to run the fiber lines, and they dead grass everywhere. But when they did that, they screwed up the sidewalk. So the sidewalk, which has been flat for years, like since we moved in, it's been fine. It's all now like all uneven and whatnot. So the city had to like go through and spray paint all the lips, like where like, you know, it's shifted. So instead of it being nice and flat, it's like this. And they have to like cut and grind them all flat. So we thought they were going to do that again because they marked up a bunch of stuff to do it. But it's like, no, we're going to rip up your entire road and re-asphalt it. Yay. Virgin Media and OpenReach in the UK. So fun fact, Virgin Media is like partnered with Bell in Canada. So Virgin in Canada is part of Bell, at least for telecommunications. They ran the lines from the power poles. We don't have power poles. All our utilities are buried around here. You kind of have to, I think, because of the winter. But yeah, so let's get started on the MMU3. So I'm building rep racks in the garage. So I'm printing rep rack stuff all day. That does 2 brackets in like 8 hours, I think. I'm printing them beefcake. But anyways, so that's that. If you want to win some filament from POLYMAKER, link in the video description. Every stream, we give away a spool of filament from POLYMAKER, so enter for your chance. Link in the video description. We'll do the draw at the end of stream. We are back on the full-time schedule. We're no longer on the summer schedule, so stream will go from 11 till 2. And then next week is an afternoon for the next 2 weeks. It is 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. So we're back on the full schedule for streams. Also, shout out to PRUSA. PRUSA did send me this MMU3 for testing and evaluation free of charge. I wasn't paid for anything. I'm not being paid. Words and opinions are my own. Obviously, this is live, so it's not being vetted. Blah, 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 blah. You know how the usual YouTube disclosure. And I think the last thing, oh yeah, this I'm supposed to, well, I'm not supposed to, but I'm gonna say it. Gamer Subs. You guys know I'm partnered with Gamer Subs. They make the stuff you put in the water that tastes good, that has waifus on it. It's good. But I know a lot of people will be like, shipping, whatever. Starting today at 3 p.m., free shipping if you use the partner code. So if you use code Canuck from Gamer Subs, not only do you save 10%, you get free shipping. So I think that starts at 3 p.m. today. I don't know if I'm supposed to announce it before 3 p.m., but I won't be live at 3 p.m. So I'm just gonna YOLO it and say, hey, if you want, buy Gamer Subs, free shipping. Starts in a bit. I don't know if there's anything else with that. So yeah, so if you just want free samples, get their free samples. They're free. They'll be 100% free then. So if you want to try some Gamer Subs, get the free samples, free shipping. How about ye? And I think that's it for housekeeping. I think that's it for housekeeping. Ooh, there's that dithering stuff. Ooh, 5-color vase. Oh, so this is, ooh. So this is, the model is very big. So this is like a 3D UForge? It's one file. That is really cool. I'm gonna try that, I think, at some point. You got the MMU3 before the PRUSA. The MMU3, it has proper instructions. The PRUSA keeps getting shifted due to my inability to sit down and watch a tutorial for 10 hours and then do a stream after. We will get to the PRUSA. Basically, I want to finish the Trident. Once the Trident's done, then it becomes the PRUSA build. Simple as that. So also, last bit of housekeeping before we get to the build. I know you're all excited and anxious to get to the MMU3. No stream tomorrow, potentially. No stream tomorrow, potentially. It's looking like there probably won't be an evening stream tomorrow, unless the wifey gets out of work early because overtime. So if there is a stream this weekend, there is a slight chance it'll be tomorrow night, but that's like last minute. It'll be like, oh, hey, live stream. I'm going live now. Come join. Otherwise, I probably just do a print and chill on Sunday. We'll just do a little print and chill on Sunday. Next Tuesday, we'll carry on with that. This will be Fridays until it's done, and then whatever. You know how it is. Okay. MMU3. Let's do a MMU3. You guys want a MMU3? Let's do a MMU3. What's in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? It's a MMU3. So I did open this up because I didn't know if this was a kit or not, because it didn't say kit on it, but I guess all PRUSA MMU3s are kits. So you do have to build it. I don't think they sell a pre-assembled version of it. If you are interested in buying a PRUSA MMU3, link in the video description. It is affiliate link. I do have a PRUSA affiliate. I should probably check it because I set it up a while ago and I haven't checked it in a while, but I do have one. So we got tree motor. We have all our plastic parts. I did not reprint them because how am I going to judge the kit as it comes if I don't use what it comes with? If I were to build multiple of these, I probably would reprint them in like ABS or something, but we're just going to use the printed parts that come with the kit. We have our little thank you for purchasing. I didn't purchase it, you gave it to me, but I got the little piece of paper. The 3D printing handbook. Honestly, if this was like 10 years ago or 10 years ago, wow, how far back were phones not common? When was the last time you had the 1001 Facts book in your bathroom? This would be prime 2002 bathroom reading material. You would keep this in your bathroom and you would read it. Like, I remember when I got World of Warcraft, it came with that big, thick manual. Yeah, the old days. Back when manuals were actually a thing. Haribo. More printed parts. Mark IV parts for MMU3. So you do have to modify the Mark IV. We are going to be putting this on the Mark IV-S. Gabs Labs gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. So fun fish fact, PRUSA actually sent me an MMU3 or an a Mark IV for this. So when they reached out to me originally, PRUSA's like, hey, this is like the PRUSA. I'm using PRUSA as the company, not as Joe. Joe didn't handle this. This is like their PR rep type person. Gabs Lab gets the 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. If you got a membership, make sure you say thank you. Remember, if you're more active in chat, you have more of a chance of getting that gifted membership when somebody gifts them. So anyways, they're like, hey, we want to send you an MMU3. And I'm like, hey, my Mark IV is in a box in the garage. I don't want to put an MMU on it because my Mark IV lives in its enclosure and it prints like ABS. That's what my Mark IV does. So I didn't want to put an MMU3 on it. I don't have room on my shelf for an MMU3. So they're like, hey, we'll just send you a Mark IV with it, like a factory return Mark IV or something, like one that like wasn't picked up or something. So it's like, we'll just send you like an open box one. So they sent me one and it's sitting in the box still because like 2 weeks later, the Mark IV-S was announced and then they sent me a Mark IV-S. So that PRUSA though, I do have to fix. I stole some parts out of it because full disclosure, I had a failed thermistor on one of the tool heads on the XL. It just bad thermistor, it happens. So I swapped the whole heater cartridge thermistor combo from like the Mark IV to that. So I have spare parts. I got to put that back together. We'll probably do that Sunday. Sunday, I got a feeling the Sunday stream is going to be like rep racks, fixing the PRUSA, and a bunch of other little dumb stuff. So yeah, so now those are all going to go downstairs. This is going to go downstairs. The plan is the XL and the MMU3 with the PRUSA Mark IV-S will move downstairs because I want to feed it from the rep rack. Or not the rep rack, the rep box I have. I'm going to put the rep box back on the wall downstairs. So the rep box will feed into the MMU3. I think that's how I'm going to do the setup. It should work. Also, winter is coming and yeah, it gets cold out here. What else we got? We have the buffer. I'm going to be interested to see how this works. And lastly, we have, I think this is the box of parts. I don't need you anymore. I will put you down because I will need you. Yeah, this looks like the box of parts. This is spool holders. And actually, this is a surprising, wow. These are all injection molded spool holders from PRUSA. That is, these are all spool holders. Yeah, and electronics. Yeah. So yeah, so that is all the parts for the MMU3. So we got fasteners and plastic parts. We've got the MMU3. We've got that. We've got the handbook. We've got that. We got that. We got that. Okay. We build. Now we build. Now we build. Rack Robotics, hello there. How you doing? I want my EDM machine. I want to go brr while lifting the Daft Punk. Always interested to see. So, before we get into it, what is the MMU3? The MMU3, and yes, I'm going to be calling it that through the entire series. I'm just going to have fun with it. The MMU3 is a multi-material unit. I don't like calling them multi-material units. I prefer color changers or multi-color units, simply for the fact you're using a single nozzle. So, difference in ecosystems. A multi-material unit such as this, which I don't like calling them multi-material units, I call them multi-color units, simply for the fact that you are using one nozzle. So what you are essentially doing is you are taking an operation that anyone can actually do manually. Pause the print, retract the filament, feed a new filament in, resume print. You could do that without a MMU, without a MMU, okay? You could do that like Hueforge people. You can do a Hueforge with a single nozzle setup without a tool changer at all, without a filament changer at all. You just, tell it to pause the print and then you manually do a manual load and unload, or unload and load. That's what this is doing. This is automating the load and unload process through a single nozzle. There's advantages to doing that way, okay? Doing it that way simplifies costs a lot. You only need one tool head. You only need one extruder. You only need the SPL. I know the SPL kit. I know. Believe me, I know. It simplifies costs. It simplifies printer design. It allows you to attach a system like this to an existing printer that's already on the market. All you have to do for a Mark IV is basically tell it in the firmware, hey, you have an MMU on it, and also here's a Bowden connector. Like it's very simple to retrofit an existing printer design with an external multi-material unit. I wish more companies that made good filament swapping mechanisms made them more open source. Hello, Bamboo. Your AMS is very nice once you do a few mods to it to increase spool compatibility. It just kind of sucks it's locked to your ecosystem, because I'm sure people would buy an off-the-shelf solution like the AMS if they could just put it on any machine. But alas, that is not a market they are interested in. I know some other companies are coming out with AMS clones. I'm going to call them clones because, let's be honest, they are very similar in appearance and functionality. I hate using the term clone when it's not a one-to-one copy, but it's just the way it is. We call the XL a Cartesian, or we call bed flamers Cartesian printers. Cartesian is an emotion system. But anyways, TLDR. Downside is it's a single nozzle. So all the filaments have to come out that single nozzle, which means if you're trying to print something like ABS along with PLA, you're going to have drastic temperature differences, which means, hey, if you're printing ABS and you switch to PLA, well, you're printing PLA at 200, you're printing ABS at 260, depending on the filaments and whatever. Hey, you might have a nozzle jam because now you're trying to extrude a little bit of ABS that's still in the pipe at 200 instead of 260 or whatever, or vice versa. Also, you have issues with cross-contamination. If you're printing a dissolvable filament and a non-dissolvable filament, you're trying to do like PLA and dissolvable filament or whatever. If you're using a single nozzle, you have cross-contamination issues where you have to be very careful that you've fully purged out the opposite material before you print with the next material, because the last thing you want is to take your print with all the dissolvable material around it, put it in the bath to dissolve the dissolvable material, and half your print dissolves away too because your ABS had HIPs mixed in with it. Does the MMU work with other print? Not out of the box. I'm pretty sure you could, like, you could slap Clipper on that bitch and make it do whatever you want, let's be honest. Like it's just a controller and some motors. If you wanted to rip the brain out of it and put like the ramps on it and tell it to talk to Clipper and set up the configs, I'm pretty sure you could, but out of the box it's designed to work with the PRUSA machines only, really. There's also DIY options. There's the ERCFA and Rage Rabbit carrot feeder. There's the trad rack. there's all kinds of options. So the advantage of a single nozzle multi-material unit is more compatibility, cheaper to manufacture. The downsides are you have cross-contamination, you have the excessive amount of purge, which I'm going to be testing because apparently the MMU3, with the way PRUSA has it set up and with their settings and everything, it's a lot more efficient than the bamboo with the AMS. So what I'm going to do is once we get these up, I'll do a couple of comparison prints where I'll print the exact same thing on the MMU3 with a Mark IV, and I'll do the exact same print on the Bamboo X1C with the AMS, default settings, and see which one wastes more filament, which one's faster, etc., etc. Because right now, like just talking to people, like every time I go to like a flea market type thing, there's usually like people selling prints nowadays. A lot of them use bamboos with AMSs, and they all complain about the purge, the amount of purge wasting. So it'll be interested. Mostly fairly calibrated. That's the beauty of a PRUSA. PRUSAs usually come pretty tuned out of the box. Like they come with profiles that are pretty smart for the most part. That's one of the advantages you get with a PRUSA. Also advantages with the MMU3 over a more closed ecosystem design like the AMS. Hey, this does 5 colors. Simple as that. The most AMS and AMS clone systems I've seen is 4. Why? I don't know. It so it could fit on the top of the printer, but you could put it elsewhere. I wish they made bigger units, but nope, you got to buy four bank units. Advantage of the AMS system, you can daisy chain them. So you can have up to 16. So you can just have multiple units. With the MMU, I don't think you can daisy chain the MMU. So 5 is all you get. You get 5, which is 1 more, but you can't go anymore. And then you have the Trad Rack and the Enraged Rabbit Carrot Feeder, which are, you can make them as big as you want because they're fully open source and you can modify them. However, at the end of the day, they don't hold a candle to a tool changer because that is 5 separate tools and it can knock off a print in a fraction of the time if you're just doing a single print with very minimal to no purge depending on your setting. So yeah. Enraged Rabbit is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there's also like the open source options like the Trad Rack and the Enraged Rabbit. And you can, those ones you can build them as big as you want because you just make them as big as you want. Changing YouTube name of effective use? Not really, because I did it slowly over time. I was smart about it. I didn't just go overnight. So yeah, so I think that's about it. Let's pull up PRUSA MMU3 instructions. Let's start building. Let's start building. Can't the 3D, oh yeah, I forgot about the 3D Chameleon, which I gotta talk to Bill at 3D Printopia because I hope he'll be, I'm pretty sure he'll be at 3D Printopia. Chameleon's going open source. Chameleon was not really fully open source. Like it was Bill's thing, he designed it, it was his thing, and he wanted to kind of keep some of it closed source just because, you know, otherwise it gets cloned to hell. And then it's hard to make a business doing open source nowadays with hardware. TLDR, apparently it's going open source, so people will be able to finagle it and finicky with it. It'd be really nice. I do want to get my hands on a newer one. I want to make an automatic filament swap over system. So you could just have like a thing you put on any printer. So you could feed it from 2 spools, and when one spool runs out, it'll just auto feed the next spool and just have it be its own completely standalone system. But I got to figure out how to do that because filament rollover is nice. I'd rather filament rollover than just, you know, oh, I ran out of filament, pause. What is Canuck? Canadian. It's a slang term for Canadian. It is, I've had people go like, oh, isn't that an offensive term? Like, I'm not going to say any of these terms because they're offensive, but like, Canadian's a Canuck, right? That's a slang term for a Canadian. It's like how an American's like a Yankee. In World War II, we shortened Japanese to much shorter. Apparently that's offensive, so I'm not going to say it. But you know what I mean? Like it's there are short forms. Canuck is the short form for Canadian. And I've had people go, these people weren't native North American, like they were European, and like, isn't that offensive? Like I'm like, my brother in Christ, we have a hockey team called the Canucks, the Vancouver Canucks. So no, Canuck is not offensive. So you can call a Canadian a Canuck. It's fine. It's one of the short forms that isn't offensive. Yeah. It's hard even if you're close source. That's Rec Robotics saying it. All right, this is why I don't sell stuff. So let's get this movable feast underway. MMU and history, printer compatibility. Okay, welcome to the MMU assembly guide. There are several generations of the MMU material. So we got the MMU 1, 2, and 2S, and then we have the 3. Actually, I wish I took a picture of it. When I was in Joel's studio, he had a PRUSA Mark II with an MMU 1 on it, collecting dust. I should have taken a picture of that, just for reference. He bought some gamer subs. Awesome. I don't have a, I gotta talk to my rep. I gotta figure out how I get the pop-up when somebody buys gamer subs. Make sure your printer is fully assembled, works perfectly before you proceed. I would hope so. You guys built it. There's the tools required. View high resolution images. When you click it, it zooms in. Label guides, we're here for you if you need help. Inserting the nuts, nuts. Printed parts. If you are without plastic, you'll need to print them. My parts came with the printed parts. Prepare your desk, it is prepared. Okay, continue. If you're building a brand new MMU3 from scratch, continue the chapter, idler bodies. If you're doing the upgrade, okay, we're not doing the upgrade. There we go. You're just here for the Haribos. There you go. Eat your Haribos. Everyone go num 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 right now. There you go. Haribos. Num 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 num. Yum yum yum. Okay. Idler versions. There are 2 versions of the idler. The MMU3 idler is to be used with the metal coupler, the old with the printed. Okay, so I'm assuming, yeah, we use this. Yeah, we use that one. So since we're going new, I think that's where we start. So we need the idler body. Are these the sugar-free ones? No. I haven't had food yet today, but I'd still not want to eat idler parts. Oh, here we go. Would not want to eat the sugar-free on stream. I know a streamer who did that, where they're like, hey, the stream ends when these things do what they do. And it's like, no, no. Save a Haribo. I've got the big bag of Haribos from the XL kit in the fridge still. Because when they showed up, they were a little melty. Wrong manual. No, this is the right manual. It literally said start here. If you're building from stock, yeah. Because this is these 2 parts here are disassembled, so we're starting the new build. Okay, so this looks a lot smaller in person. There's the idler. So there's the idler assembly. So we're gonna need some bearings and shafts. So let me get my shafts and bearings out. All the printed parts. Stickers. Ooh, don't want to lose my safety stickers. Boards, so that's that. Buffer. Idler. There we go. Idler. Now, I should have a fancy tray to put all this stuff on. One second. Where did I put all my fancy trays? There's a fancy. There's, oh, no, you have stuff on it. So what we do when we have a fancy tray with stuff on it, I put the stuff on another tray, and we move on with our lives. I gotta put all those screws. We're gonna have a screw sorting stream soon, I think. Okay, so we're gonna need 6 625 bearings. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we need 6 of the shafts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 shafts. Okay. The rest of you can go. Yeah. Okay. So we have that and that. Where'd I get the tray? I 3D printed it. I got the files from it on printables, I believe. Okay, bearing assembly insert. So read the instructions carefully. You have to assemble the bearings in the correct order. Otherwise, you will encounter problems later. Insert one of the bearings into the middle slot of the idler. Okay. So I'm assuming, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we put that one in the middle. And then we put the pin all the way through. Okay. Okay, that was that. Insert one of that, push I'll make sure the shaft is all the way in and not block any other bearing. Install the second bearing in the shaft the same way as the first one, okay? So that goes there. Soon. Okay, install the third bearing in there. Okay, you go there. You go there. So everyone been having a good week? Anything exciting going on? Is there anything exciting going on that I should know about? This one doesn't want to go in. There is like a little print defect on that one. Little. There we go. Tap a tap tap. There we go. Push it in. There we go. Yeah, so you can see like you do sort of have access if you screwed up, but you have to put them in order because otherwise if you install this one first, you're not going to be able to install this one, you're not going to be able to install that one. Okay. So next, turn the other around and continue from the other side. So that one we put in first. That one goes there. Double check before I go too far. And then we put that one. Oop. I make a crate. I mean, if you guys want to share pictures during the live stream, you just got to join the Discord. Join the Discord. There's a live stream channel in the Discord. So if you wanna share stuff during the live stream, we do have the live stream channel, and video chat. So if you want to chat about videos or the live stream and share links, you could post them in this channel on the Discord. That's what that channel is for, and notifications. I need to level the table. I mean, it's on wheels. So if I level it and then I move it, it won't be leveled. My garage is like 4 inches front to back on level. Most garages are. Okay, finish installing the last bearing. Okay, so wait a minute. 6, 5 shafts. Wait, did I? Okay, I had an extra shaft. So what do I do with the 6th bearing? Because this only has 5. Well, I guess we'll get to it in a second. Okay, finish that. Ensure all the bearings rotate freely. Okay, we're good there. There are small openings which can be used to push the shafts out in case of disassembly. The shafts can be pushed out using a 2mm Allen head. Oh, is that what those little holes are for? Okay. Okay, last bearing, idler center bearing assembly. Take the remaining bearing and push it into the opening on the side of the idler. Make sure the bearing is flush. Okay. Written instructions. Okay, are you ready for this? Hot take. If I'm following along, okay, I prefer written instructions with a supplemental build video, because the problem with a video is hard to follow a video while also doing a video. Why do you think the PRUSA build hasn't started yet? Because the instructions for that are a video. So trying to watch a video for instructions while also doing a video is kind of annoying. I like having written instructions, but also having like That's why I tell people who watch my videos, my live stream builds, as guides. Use it as supplemental, but always have the manual open, because it's also easier to update a manual than it is a video. Videos go out of date the moment they're published. You can't update a video on YouTube unless you're Mr. Beast, and you gotta hide your past, and you get special permission from YouTube to modify old videos. I can't do that. I don't have Mr. Beast cred. What Mr. Beast cred anymore? Anyways, TLDR, both. Okay, so we've put that one bearing in the end there. It's flushed. Okay, coupler parts preparation. So we're gonna need this stuff. Ooh, where are my screws at? I'm assuming the screws are in here somewhere. Those are shafts. Oh, here's the fasteners. There we go. Sometimes written instructions are, yeah, like anytime you get like a complicated sub-assembly, sometimes it is nice to see a video so you kind of know how everything goes together properly. But at other times, written instructions can be a lot quicker to peruse. So, yeah. M310s. There we go. And I also need the set screws, which are right here. Okay, so garbage. Okay, so I need how many of these? M310s 4s and 2 grub screws. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 grub screws. Do I recommend C-bore all-wheel drive Titan? I haven't gotten it up and operational yet, but so far the build has been very promising. I don't recommend stuff until I actually have time on it, or I know somebody who has one that has time on it. But my initial impressions of it are pretty good, I will say. So take that as you will and do with that information what you want. I'm not your mom. Really tempted to stop by with my rat rig V4, drop it off and pay you to assemble it. If you were to drop it off, I don't know where I would put it. I don't have room for a rat rig V-Core 4 right now. Why do you think I asked them to send me the smallest 3 they had? Okay, coupler preparation. So we got to put the set screws in. They do have a little bit of Loctite material on it. So we'll just get these started. Don't screw them in all the way, obviously, because you got to put the shaft through. So just get them started. Did I make a video about it? Wait. Okay, what would you recommend to upgrade on it? Nothing. Amit. Bring it in. Amit. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Y'all need to stop with the I need to upgrade something immediately. I haven't even built the printer yet. The printer comes with a bunch of upgrades already. It's got CNC parts. It's got a completely different design than a stock Boron because it's all-wheel drive or quad XY. I don't even know if it runs yet, let alone if it needs upgrades. I normally don't upgrade printers out of the box. You normally don't have to. This isn't an Ender. It's not a $99 Micro Center Ender. You don't need to upgrade shit the moment you get it. Use it for a bit stock, because also it's a lot easier to diagnose a problem, especially on a DIY kit printer you built yourself, if you build it stock first. Because if you run into problems, you can go get help from the manufacturer or the community around it, and it's a stock machine, and people know what to expect and how to fix it, instead of like, oh, hey, I've done all these crazy mods to it, it's not working, and nobody knows where to start. So yes, don't upgrade it right away. As for a video, I do have a full live stream of the build series. We're almost done. I may do a short little standalone video after it's done, but I'm usually not a huge fan of doing printer reviews. They're boring. How many printers can you put on a single outlet? Depends on your, depends. Okay, I got 15 amps. My circuits are 15 amps. That's 1500 watts at 120 volts, I think. Is it? I don't know. It's 15 amp circuit. So as long as I don't draw more than 15 amps, breaker don't go pop. Breakers are right there. Okay, so we put those in. Before we install the coupler onto the idler, we need to look at the parts. There are 4 screw openings that must line up. Orientate the coupler so the 2 grub screws are orientated exactly as in the picture. Okay, so that says, see, this is an old, see, this says A2, mine says F1. So that means mine's faster. Okay, so it's slightly like that. Before proceeding, make sure the M4 grub screws are orientated as seen in the picture. Okay, and then we tighten those in. Okay, so that. Zoom, zoom, enhance, enhance, enhance. Wow, that really zooms in. that's a lot of zoom. I don't think I need 50x zoom. There we go. Go with that. Okay. Aye. LCT screwdriver. Dang it, they're stainless steel screws. I don't like stainless steel screws. I like the look of stainless steel screws, but I'm sorry, I like magnetic. 15 amps is a lot. I mean, for a human, yeah. So anytime I have multiple screws, like I have a plate like this that you need to like locate, I always get all the screws started before I actually tighten them. You don't want to just throw the first screw in and tighten it all the way because it might not line up with the second and third and fourth screws. So have I seen the sim screwdriver? Yes. I was at today's what, Friday? A week and a day ago, I was at LMG. Video maybe next week. But yes, I saw the small screwdriver. And this is screwing into plastic. So you want to make sure you tighten the screw, but don't over tighten it or you'll rip the thread out. And if you rip the thread out, there's really no way to fix it other than reprint the part. Yeah, you can bandage it. Depending on the forces involved, you might be okay, you might not, depending on how many screws you screwed up. But always be careful screwing into plastic. You don't want to over tighten it. I keep forgetting the XL's running. I love quiet printers. Ender 3, I've looked into it. It's an Ender Core XY conversion. I'd rather build a standalone. For one, I don't even have an Ender 3. But I'd rather build a standalone like printer than a conversion. Okay, so before you proceed, check the following. All M310s are tight. The grub screws are orientated properly, and all 5 bearings are able to rotate, and the 6th bearing is flush with the surface. So I think we're okay. For a Mark III S Plus, do I upgrade to Mark IV S before the MMU? If you're going to be upgrading to a, yes. I think you can do an MMU, you can do an MMU3 on a Mark III S Plus, but if you're going to upgrade it to a Mark IV, you might as well do it all at once. I would upgrade the printer, make sure the printer is working correctly, and then do the MMU upgrade. That's what I would do. That's actually also what PRUSA recommends. Okay, so that is our idler right there. I think that's that. So everything spins freely. That's flush. That's tight. Set screws are in. I think that one sub-assembly is done. Idler body prep. Okay, so now we need the idler body. We gotta idle this body. Ooh. Idler selector. There we go. For the US 120 volt outlet, I ran into build speed issues with metal printer average power draw. Yeah, there's a reason the XL is so this is a 750 watt printer. I don't know what the wattage is on the XL, but the XL has 3 power supplies. There's a reason I got the XL plugged into 220. There's a reason I got the XL. I have a 220. You can see it right there. That's a 220 outlet. So I do have 220 in my garage. I have the, I think it's the XL right now. It's plugged into 220. Fun fact, if you're setting up a print farm in North America, run 220. Seriously, you have your panel. If you have access to your panel in North America, you get 220 to your house. It just gets split into two phases. You have 110 and 110. You can double them up and get 220. It's very easy to do if you know what you're doing. Like I've done civil engineering. I know how to build a house. So I did it in college. So I wired that up myself. And I totally had a licensed inspector give me a thumbs up on it. I did. He came by and he went, yeah, that looked good. But anyways, 220. Your printers will be more efficient, though less amperage. You can run more printers on the same circuit because it's lower amperage. So less draw, because that's a 220 20 amp or 220. I might even have a 25 amp fuse. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's whatever the plug is rated for. Like it's all properly rated. But also, if you're one of those people that bought a print farm full of bamboos, if you ain't running at 220, you're crazy. Bamboos, if you're in North America and you're running your bamboo at 110, you are leaving performance on the table because they cheaped out and they have the same bed in North America units as they do their worldwide units. So it's a 220 bed underrated for North America. This printer takes 8 minutes to heat up to ABS temperatures. If I plug it in at 220, it takes less than 2 minutes. It's quartered. It runs at a quarter of the performance in terms of the bed heating up because it's a mains bed. Okay, so we need 5 M3s, M310s, 5. BRB opening my house's main box. I mean, mine's literally right here. Like I could turn the stream off right now by flipping that switch. See if I can get back in here. So much room for activity. There you go. No, you go there. Okay. So M310s, I need 5 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. M3NS. What is M3NS? I'm assuming that's the squares. M3NS. I need 1 of these. Nope, not 2, 1. Honestly, I probably should have the Pantheon plugged in. I put the 220 there for the Milo, which I'm hoping to get running soon, back up and actually using soon. I got to clear out the other side of the garage. Silicone stopper. 1. I'm assuming this is the silicone stopper. Yeah. Okay, and then also I need a 5/16 shaft. Yeah. Okay, we got all that. We also need a stepper motor, either the one with the short shaft. Okay. The one with the short shaft. I'm assuming this one, because the other ones have long shafts. They're not compensating. It's okay. 220, 221, whatever it takes. I understood that reference. I don't know what it's from, but I know what that reference is. Do you also get the Mark IV's upgrade kit? No, I just have a Mark IV's. And it says idler on it. It do say idler. Idler. Okay. Mr. Mom, I am Mr. Mom. I mean, I'm a YouTuber. I'm at home all the time. Okay. Orient the idler as seen in the picture. Insert the silicone stopper into the small opening in the idler body. Okay. Yeah, I'm a full-time YouTuber. My wife's the one with an actual proper job. It doesn't want to go in. That goes there. Push it and press it with your finger until you fully engage the opening. If it doesn't engage, try cleaning up the opening with an Allen key and rotating the stopper while inserting. If it doesn't engage, okay. So basically you got to kind of finagle it in. There we go, got it in. I just used a little thing to push it in, so you got the shows. Oh, when am I gonna enclose my XL? I don't think I will. I probably won't be doing much ABS on the XL. I've got enough capable machines of ABS. The XL will probably just be a PLA, PETG, PC printer, and it'll probably live in the basement at some point. Unless I also got to stiffen up this bench, because fun fact, when this is printing, this shakes just enough that it triggers the it fails homing, because it triggers the nozzle probe because it's shaking so much. There's so much vibration. So I got to bolt that bench. This bench is bolted to the wall, but it's bolted at like the bottom by like the cross beam. I got to put, there's a gap back here at the top that I left so I can run like power cables. I'm gonna have to put like 2 blocks and bolt that to the wall too, so that the top of the bench is secured, because right now it's not fully secured. Okay, so we've done that. Idler installation. Okay, so insert the idler into the idler body. Okay, make sure the bearing, middle bearing is pointed to the top. Okay, so that goes this way and this goes this way. Okay. Chunky. Zoom out. And pivot. There we go. There we go. Chunky. Okay. So that's that. There's a shaft that goes through that would center it all. Okay, make sure the metal coupler is pointing to the large opening in the idler body. Push the idler to the left so that it has as small a gap as possible. Okay. Okay. Idler shaft assembly. Okay. Hold the idler in place with your hand and keep pushing it from the left side. Insert the the 5/16 shaft into the opening. You know, for metric, it's kind of surprising that these are like 5/16. Because, like, don't get me wrong, isn't 5/16 like really close to 5 mil? Yeah, it's 5 mil. Yeah. So this goes here. So we push this way. We keep this vertical. And we push this in. I can get it to go in the hole. There we go. There we go. Okay. Can you share your Orca Slicer profile of Voron Trident? Sure. So to share it, sharing it's easy. Download Orca Slicer and load up the default Voron Trident profile, and you have it. I just use the default ones. I might tweak like temperatures a little bit, but for the most part, I just use the stock profiles. This will be easy. Do I trust that? Do I trust when the instructions say this will be easy? Insert the M3 nut into the marked opening on the idler body. Use a, okay. So this goes in here. And you push it down. Okay. Printer to use. If you want to know the trick for Imperial, thou. Don't use fraction. Imperial works really good. Especially like manual machines, Imperial's great if you use inches and thou. 5-inch, 450 thou. That is a fine unit, in my opinion. Fractions, F fractions, screw fractions. Don't use fractions in imperial. If you're using imperial with anything machining, thou. It's a thousandth of an inch. So you have inches are divided into 1,000. Each division is a thou. Simple as that. Screw the fraction. Don't use fractions. Real imperial machinists use a thou. Okay, so we've done that. Okay, idler assembly. Okay, before we assemble, before we add the motor to the assembly, we need to align the motor shaft and the idler coupler. Notice there is a flat part on the motor shaft. Orientate the motor as seen in the picture so that the flat of the shaft and the cable are pointing up. Okay. I think we're good there. I don't know how accurate it needs to be. I mean, technically you have 1/200th of a degree. So why not divide everything by 2 point? Because North America is dumb and everything is imperial, except when it's not. And Canada is even worse. Real machinists use metric. Yes and no. It depends where you're at and what you do. The tool shop I worked at, everything on the floor was inches. Everything on the floor was inches, except for a couple of CNC machines were in metric. But for the most part, everything was in inches. Fun fact though, since we outsourced a lot of our designs by the end, what they would do is they would design stuff because the company became cheap AF because we got bought out by a investment firm. And they did everything they can to cut costs. So instead of designing molds that were smart, we outsourced all the designs to, I don't know where, they were shit after. But what they would do is they would design it in metric and then they would just convert it all to inch for us on the floor because everything on the floor that we did was in inches. Okay, so this goes in that way. Okay, so before we add that, before you start installing the motor, the flat part of the motor shaft must be aligned with 2 of the grub screws, one of the 2. Orientate the coupler so that one of the grub screws is pointing up. Insert the motor shaft into the metal coupler on the idler. Push the motor shaft flush. Okay, so we have that facing upwards. I don't think it matters which way I rotate this because they were pretty adamant that when I put this in, this stays up. But I'll go this way. So that just goes like that, and that goes like that. Okay. Nope, you stay up. Okay. Insert 2 M310 screws into the marked openings at the top here. Okay. This we'll probably have to use the key. How many fortnights per furlong? 5. And then you have to do then you got to do a dance. But then you get a chicken dinner. What kind of plug do you have on my bamboo? It's just a C14. C14. You can get an adapter. Like the plug I have for the XL goes from like it's a 220 plug. Like I can't plug a normal C14 like your normal, I can't plug. This guy won't plug into my 220. This is like your normal 110 North American plug with a ground. This is like the 220, one of these blades is sideways. Okay, so I can't plug this into the 220. Oh. Are we back? Oh, we're back. Okay. Yeah, so I have a plug that is 220 version, which the 220 version of this, one of the prongs is sideways. So I can't plug this into my 220, and I can't plug the 220 plug into 110. They're not cross compatible, but the ending is still this size. It's still a normal, yeah. Did it just skip there? Yeah, OBS had a little brain fart. It looks like OBS just said disconnected and then reconnected. So either something happened with OBS or something with the YouTube ingest server. Okay, so we put those 2 in. Don't tighten them up just yet, okay? Turn the unit around. From the opposite side, add 2 M3 to the opening, push them forward and use the ball screw. Make sure the screws are perfectly perpendicular. Okay. So we put the 2 top ones in, not tight, just in. And then we put these guys in on the bottom. Oh, look at this nice little pattern they got here. That's nice. Be a lot easier if these were metric, or not metric, if these were steel, so they'd be magnetic, but just bend the plug with some pliers. Well, it's like how some of those plugs have that 3rd prong that gets in the way because some of the outlets only have 2, so you just snip it off, right? Right? You just snip it off if it's not the right one. And both of those will not fit in European. Which European? Don't isn't there like 3 or 4 different standards for plugs in the European Union? Like I know England has their own plugs. I know, like, isn't it like all over the place? Okay, pull the idler to the side all the way away from the motor. There should be just a very small gap on the left side. A substantial gap could cause the MMU3 to experience difficulties. Okay, make sure the grub screw and the metal coupler is still aligned with the flat part of the motor shaft. Tighten fully. Okay. And then rotate and tighten the other one. Okay, so fortunately this shifted a bit on me. I think, yeah. I think when I go to, okay, so we want this pulled over all the way. We pull that over and then we tighten. Oh. And we tighten. Okay, and then rotate the other way. It only goes one way. We tighten. The UK plug is known for being the safest world due to the design, but damn, they hurt to step on. Yeah, don't they have like, isn't the way you do it in the UK is the plug has the fuse built into it? Isn't that how it works over there? Like you have your fuse is built into the outlet and you have to like wire it up yourself or something like that. I remember watching a video on it. Okay, there we go. So there's max travel that way, max travel that way. That's wiki. There we go. Okay. There we go. And that's it. Next. That looks complicated. Let's put me up at the top right here. Okay. For this one, we're gonna need some tools. Cool. So we're gonna need the Selector assembly, which is this guy. Idler Selector assembly. Yeah, so this is the Selector assembly. Okay. We're gonna need a magnet. Okay. And we're gonna need a ball. I've got a ball right there. Okay, so fuse in the plug. And also I like how they have the ground sticks out more than the they had it on this one too. The thing is, most people install these incorrectly. So if you notice on a normal North American outlet, you have your ground sticks out more than the positive and negative. That way your ground connects first. The downside of the North American outlet is this. So when you plug it in your wall, if you don't plug it in all the way, you see how you got the 2 prongs there? That means if something falls or a finger gets in there, and I've seen it, you can, depending on the outlet, if you pull it out and you're like thumbs like this, you can short it. I've heard of that happening. Or you have it up in the wall and something falls on it, like a kid drops a fork or a knife on it, like especially in like the kitchen, and it shorts it. So technically, whenever I install them, I didn't do it out here, but you should install these upside down. That way, if something falls on it, it hits the ground and it doesn't short, or it doesn't short live to neutral, it grounds. So you should have them like this. Also, in Europe, this part here isn't live. They usually have like a cover over this little part here. So even if it isn't plugged in all the way, it's not live, or you can't touch live. And usually you have to plug it in all the way for it to contact. So yeah, it just is what it is. Okay. Insert the magnet into the marked opening in the selector. Push it in until it is flush with the surrounding surface. Okay. So that goes in that slot there. So we got our magnet. Okay, that just sits flush, I guess. Okay. Insert the magnetic ball into the marked hole on the top. Okay. The steel ball should be attracted to the magnet below and stay in place. If not, verify using the correct ball. Okay, my balls are correct. Okay, please prepare the following. The trapeze nut. Where is the trapeze nut? In case you're assembling the unit from scratch, the nut is inside the motor box. Oh. Now, why would I put my nut in the box? There we go. Come on. I've only ever seen one kit where you didn't have to dig out the lead screw to get the trapeze, or get the lead screw nut off. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew. Cool. Okay. M3N nut. M3NS nut. Okay, got that. M310. I need 2 of those. Well, the floor is somewhat clean for once, so that helps. And then I think we just need a regular nut. Yeah, just a regular M3N. M3 nut. There we go. Okay, so how does this go? So selector assembly, trapeze nut installation. Okay, insert the M3N nut into the marked opening in the selector just below the magnet. Push it all the way in, make sure the okay, so let's see here. So that goes there. Okay, so just below the magnet. So, oh, I see. Okay, so what they recommend is you use your M3 nut, get like an M3 screw, like a, do I have a long M3 screw? No. Yeah, I'll just use this one because it's not magnetic. Did you get, yeah, so I got it from, I bought it on Amazon, the plug that goes from 220 North American standard outlet to C14 or whatever inlet. I got it on Amazon from a store that sells for Bitcoin mining. Because I guess a lot of the ASIC Bitcoin miners, they run them at 220 for, again, those efficiency reasons. But they use like the standard North American outlet, right? So, okay, oh, okay, there you go. Oop, you gotta make sure you put it in straight. Okay, so you put the nut on the end of a screw, and then you push it in to its home, and then you take the screw out. And then that gives you the nut at the bottom of the hole. Under the, you can see it there under the magnet. Looks good there. Okay. And then insert the M3N. That goes right here. Sometimes you gotta grab pliers to get it to go in. There we go. Always make sure you got that lined up. Okay. And then put the knot. So fix the trapeze nut in place with 2 M310s. Tighten them just that. They'll tighten them fully later. Okay. So this goes like that. There and there. They're 240 at home. Yeah, it's 220, 240. It's that. There we go. So that's in. They're not super tight, but in. You don't want them super tight yet because you may have to adjust them. Selector assembly, rods and covers. Okay, so we're gonna need that part, which already has the brass fitting installed. That's kind of like, okay. It's funny, like, this is installed. Why did they pre-install this? Do they not trust me to install it? I'm not gonna complain, it's just, why is this installed? This is the only plastic part with a pre-assembled part. Is it a, I don't know. Okay. So sleeve bushings, got that. M310s too. A lot of these, you know what, I'm just gonna dump the M310s out because we're using those a lot. M36s, M310s. Dump those out. There we go. And then 2 square nuts. Okay. Let's do this. So, insert the brawn bushing tubes into the marked selector opening. Okay. So, they go in this way. So from this side, that goes in like that. I don't think it really matters which way they go. So I'm just gonna put them both in, get them started, and just kind of little tap, 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 tap. There we go. That one doesn't want to go in. There we go. Shaved off just a little bit of plastic, but we're good. We're in. Be careful, they are brass tubes. You will bend them if you're not careful. You gotta be gentle. Okay. And the tube should end up, yeah. So get them in by hand and then push them in, and then you install the T-nuts, which go in. Where do the T-nuts go? So we got that side. Oh, go here. Go here. So T-nut here. And T-nut there. Okay. That in, then we put that in, and then we tighten and attach the front plate with 2 M310s. Okay, so this goes, I'm assuming, let's take a look at this. So it's flush there and the slope goes away from you. Okay. So this goes like this, I believe, yeah. Goes like that. Where'd that screw go? Oh, there we go. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. Tap it, tap, tap. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo. There we go. Selector, assembly, and Pinda. Okay, so we need the SuperPinda. So we got a SuperPinda. Your sensor might look slightly different. Okay, cool. An M310 and an M3 nut. I need that button that says nut. Go. Okay, so insert the M3 and S nut into the marked area. So I'm going to put the nut in the slot here and jam it in. We are all mature adults here. Nobody's giggling. I know they're making Happy Gilmore too. I don't know how to feel about that. Because let's be honest, most Adam Sandler movies are just an excuse for him and his buddies to go to an exotic location, make out with hot women, and have fun. And also at some point they make a movie. Okay. So ensure the sensor's bottom part is aligned and doesn't protrude into the D-shaped opening. Okay. So I guess, okay, I see how this works. So what you're doing, you put the nut in there, you slide it in, you make sure it's flush there, and you put the screw in. Okay, so screw goes in. Just get it started for now. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just go forward until I just see it slightly protrude. Right there. Okay. I don't know how much wiggle room we need. Right there looks flush. I don't think it's super critical. It is a probe, so we do have like a little bit of wiggle room. There we go. Okay, so that's that. Ensure the bottom part is aligned and doesn't protrude into the D-shaped opening. Even though the SuperPinda sensor height might need further adjustment, it's usually a good starting point. Yeah, so I've got it a hair below flush. Fix the probe in place with M310, tighten the screw so that the sensor. Avoid over-tightening the screw if SuperPinda is secure, it's sufficient. Okay, cool. Selector, cutter parts. Oh, geez. Hopefully I don't get hurt here. Don't put the nut into the D. Well, I know that. Upgrade kit tomorrow. Okay. So we need an M3N. We need another M310, guys. Surprise. I keep seeing the XL move behind me in the corner of my eye on the screen, and it's like, what? Oh, yeah, that's doing that. I forgot about that. So we need that blade holder. Ooh, be careful while handling blades. They can easily harm you. Ooh, okay. So, and the blades I believe are in here. Yeah, there's like one blade and then two blades. This is the 2-blade one. Okay, so put the M3 square nut in here. I am hungry. I need some food. I forgot like the whole, oh, I'm doing intermittent fasting. I won't eat anything before noon. Yeah, it's cool during the summer when I don't get up till later, but the little guy's back in school, so I get up at like 7:30 now. And it's like 7:30 to 2 is a long day, so I'm probably gonna have to eat something before going live in the future on these streams. Insert 2 blades into the recess. Okay, so the blades go like that. Make sure the blades are seated nicely. There have been several versions of this part available, which might look slightly. However, the assembly process markings on the part may be different. Cover the blades with the blade holder. Verify the blades are still seated. Okay, so so pointy end down. So pointy end down. Okay, pointy end down. Okay, so let's get the blades out. Don't cut myself. So how does this work? Okay, so pointy end down. How does this, wait. Oh, I see. Okay, so that does overhang a bit. Okay. Okay. Don't cut yourself. And then does that go like that? I'm guessing that goes like that, because yeah, that goes like that. So there's a little, yeah, so that goes like that. And then 310. Good morning. Good morning. Is it still morning? No, it's 12:20. There is a little lip on the top. There we go. Okay. So that is that. Don't cut yourself. That's sharp. Okay. And next. At what point can I eat the Haribos? You know what? I'm not saying I'm hungry, but I haven't had anything to eat other than a coffee today. So now it's time for Haribo. I don't mind Haribos. I'm starting to turn my opinion around on gummy candy, but I'm realizing I prefer more dense candy. This is a little too gummy. Like you gotta. Confused with the blades as the carriages use sensorless homing. You could turn off the sensorless. So you use sensorless homing to home, but during operation you max power it. I'm assuming. I don't know actually how it operates. I'm assuming it's tuned to work. I mean, it works, so it obviously whatever they're doing works. Okay, tools necessary for this chapter. These. Ooh, and calipers. Okay. So pulley operation. So now we need the body of this. Pulley bottler. Pulley bottler. I need the bottler. Anyone know where the bottler is? There's the bottler. Okay. Pulley body parts installation. So we need the pulley body and three 625 bearings. Okay. So these bearings, we go one there, and one there. Okay. So one there, one there, and then one there. Just uh-oh. 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 Oh no. That goes right there. There we go. You have to like push it. You drop it in and then push it over. Andy Miller, member for 24 months, 2 years. Wow. Time flies when you're having fun. So we do that. Now we need that part, which is this guy, I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay, so what do we need now? We need front PTFE holder. Okay. PTFE tubes. Where are my PTFE tubes? PTFE tubes. M310s, of course. M3 nuts. The Albanese gummies, those are good. The Albanese gummies are good. I may have partook in all of them at some point. And they are no longer with us anymore. I'm not saying some Canada's national herb played any impact on that, but things happened. Now they're gone. So we got that. Okay, cool. So now insert the 4 nuts into there. Okay, so let's put our nuts in. Do I need a restock? I'm going to say no, because I'm trying to be somewhat healthy for once in my life. Go. Go. Make sure everything lines up. We're good there. Andy Miller, $20. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome sauce. I will use that to buy, I don't know, dinner or something tonight. Actually, probably not. I'm probably going to cook tonight. Okay. Insert the 5 PTFE tubes into their marked openings. There is a small chamfer on the side of the PTFE tube. The chamfer should be, chamfer should be facing out. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So there's like, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera. Focus. Focus. There you go. So there is a bit of a. They did countersink that side. So there we go. Okay. So now these go in. Do they just go flush? Push all the way towards the pulley bar. Make sure the orientation is correct. Okay. Wait, is this right? Wait. Those go there. Oh, that's the other piece. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Okay. So those go like that. Just think, there's somebody's job at PRUSA. What do you do at PRUSA, Bob? Oh, you know, I cut PTFE tubes into 19mm segments, and then I put a chamfer on them. I'm the best at my job. So those stick out like that. And then we put this over it. So that takes a little bit to get it on, but now we use more of these. Oop, nope, don't take it out. There we go. Steve's here. Hi, Steve. How long did it take you to build one of these? It only took you like 2 streams, right? Non-magnetic screws. Easy mode using the included parts. Yeah, but how am I supposed to review it as an entire kit if I don't use the included parts? If I print my own parts, then how can I review the kit? Wouldn't be surprised if that's a manual job at PRUSA. You'd be surprised. They do automate quite a bit. They automate where it makes sense to automate. So I wouldn't be surprised if that. It took Modbot a few streams. Okay. I mean, we seem to be chooching along pretty good here. I have a guest who wants to be on for this at some point. So what I'm thinking, we'll power through the build, and then whenever we get it built, we'll just stop using it, and then we'll do an AR stream, an after action report stream with a guest, I think. It's a timing thing with the guest. I've got to make sure the schedules line up. Okay, so get them all down and then go through and tighten them all. There we go. Okay, so that is that. Okay. Collet holder part. Just this piece. And then we need some clippies. So we need an M3 nut. Freaking M3 nuts. You know, I'm just gonna dump. Watch, the moment I dump this bag of M3 square nuts, the moment I dump this bag, we're not gonna use them anymore. Calling it now. There we go. So I need 2 of these. I need 2 of these. I need 5 collets and the collet holder. Okay, so collets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. You need to assemble it? Yes, you do, Nomad. Yes, you do. Okay, so take the collet holder, note the correct orientation. Okay. Insert the collets into the marked opening on the holder. For the sake of easy installation, you might need to squish the fins of the collet in with your fingers while inserting. Okay. So we put those in. Okay. Oh, those go in pretty good. Been using your XL. What I would like to do, honestly, since this is a 5 unit, I would like to get my this set up for an MMU, or the MMU have the PRUSA set up for hue forges. Like, yeah, this will do hue forges, but so will the PRUSA. Have this set up kind of like an MMU machine or a hue forge machine. Okay, do that. Okay, so now we gotta insert some nuts. So flip this over. We need to put the okay, so let me grab that long M3 that I use for this. M3 by 50. So we're using, oh wait, these are regular M3 nuts. Regular M3 nuts, not square nuts. Regular M3 nuts. So insert the two M3N, yeah, the M3 nuts and the mark. Those go in there, and then that attaches from the top. Okay. So the problem with this is I'm hoping this hole is a hex to show you the orientation of that. Okay, seems to work. Embedded a dart in your garage door. Awesome. And also a tip, if you're doing this, put the screw through the nut a bit. That way when you're putting it in, this will go into the hole and kind of make sure you're going in straight instead of on an angle. The last thing you want to do is force your nut in and it's crooked. Does a hue forge use a waste tower? It uses a prime line, which you kind of want to use just to make sure that you're not like sputtering for those first few extrusions. Okay, so that goes on. So this now, which is all these connectors, goes on like this. And two M310s, because everything on this is an M310. I love when designers take the time to design for minimal screw usage. It's like, yeah, we could have used 5 different screw sizes, but instead we just kind of changed part dimensions so that we can use M310s for everything except for like a few cases. It just makes assembly easier. There we go. Okay, so that all looks healthy. Okay. Pulley time. Okay, so now I need the pulley, or the motor with the long shank. Okay, we got that. We are probably gonna need now, yeah, 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we got that. We got that. M310s. Oh, surprise, M310s. 3 of those. 2, 3, and a square nut. There we go. Okay, so orientate the motor as seen in the picture. Make sure the motor cable is facing the back. So it looks like the motor is coming out the side. What? Here. Coda. Hey, buddy. Coda. Hey, you want? Oh. What's that? Was you a good boy? Are you a good boy? Sit. 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 Speak. 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 Bork. Speak. No. You gonna speak? Ah, good. You're a good boy. You a good boy? It's like, oh, no. No more treats. I'm going back inside. No, no. Yeah. Hmm? Okay. Am I muted? I was talking with the wifey, sorry. You don't need to know what I was talking with the wifey about. You don't, it was nothing fun. Mortgage stuff, you know, adult stuff. Okay, so we've got that. So now we orientate that like that. So we got the wires coming out the side and arrows facing up. So flat up, wires coming out the side. Slide the first pulley onto the shaft. Ensure the lock screw is on the top. Tighten the grub screw tightly. The first pulley should be around 30 millimeters from the motor. Don't tighten the scrub screw fully yet. Okay, so are we talking 30 millimeters from the flat or from the base? I'm assuming it's 30 millimeters from the base. So we slide that on. Okay, so it's 30 millimeters from the boss. Okay. So now, loosen that. I like to tighten it just a hair so we have some friction. There we go. On 30 millimeters. That'll do. There we go. Actually, what I'm going to do is put you in here. So I can just there we go. Okay, that's 30, and then we put the rest on. Make sure they all go the right way. Slide the first pulley onto the shaft, ensure the lock screw is on the top. Tighten the grub screw just slightly. The first pulley should be around 30 millimeters. Don't tighten the grub screw fully yet. Ensure the groove part of the pulley is on the motor side. Yep. Slide the other pulleys on the shaft. Tighten the grub screws just slightly for now. Okay. I'm assuming we're gonna do the final alignment once everything is in the thingamabobber. This could have been one turn part. Yes, but that would require that you have a lathe in-house that is able to machine this and spit out a final assembled part this long, cheaper than just buying 5 off-the-shelf units. And when you're buying these by the million, it's probably cheaper to go this way for them than to get something custom made. Okay, so now insert the M3NS nut into the bottom. So that goes right there. Okay. Those all face up. And then we install that way. Okay. There we go. Zoom out just a bit. Okay, so now we use, oh, the one M310. What a surprise. Good old M310s. Attach the motor with just one M310 at top, okay? Turn the unit around and attach the motor with the other two M3 at the bottom. Use a ball end, okay. So this goes at the bottom, 1, 2, and then we tighten the top, okay. Take care. Get that started. I just finished switching my SV08 or SV06 to Clipper. Do you have any experience with the ERFA? Do you think I should build one? I built an original V1 way back when it first launched, and it worked okay, but I had some issues with it, mostly just for it being an early revision of it, and me not having a proper buffer set up. The V2 is a lot more stable from my understanding. I haven't built one though, so I can't really comment on it directly, but I've heard good things. One day I'll hopefully build one, waiting on a kit. And if I do get one, it's probably going on the Trident. I don't know which Trident, but it's going on a Trident. Probably that guy actually, because that guy's big. That would make a good HueForge machine. A 6 or 8 unit ERFA for HueForge only. Ooh. Okay, so now we've attached all that. So warning, this step is crucial into that. Okay, so use the groove inside the pulley must be perfectly aligned with the filament openings. Align the pulleys one by one. So we're gonna use a piece of filament for this. So let me get a piece of filament. Hello, are you filament? You are filament. And since this is a PRUSA, we shall use orange filament because orange filament on a PRUSA is more betterer. Also, the reason I'm using orange filament on the for the rep racks, it's quite simple. It was the first spool of PETG on my pile. So I need to get rid of the pile. That's why I'm printing rep racks. I'm probably gonna put 2 racks across here. So a rack and a rack. Actually, shoot, how high can I reach? So if I'm standing here, so if I have a rack here, oh yeah, I could do 2 racks. I can do 2 racks here. So I'll have 2 racks, one here and one here. Is where rep racks will go. I might put one above the door too. We'll see. I need to make room. Also, I'm hoping, buy this shirt. When I redo it, I'm gonna redo the back of this wall, which is a shelf, it's not a wall. I wanna put a rep rack on the shelf, on the back for like boxed filaments, like still in the box. Am I getting an E3D Revo Voron PZ? I'm not getting one. I got one. It's inside. We'll take a look at it Sunday maybe. I think it's gonna go in. I gotta find a. I gotta find a printer that has a Revo in it and doesn't have tap. One second. You have tap. You have tap. Maybe in here. Are you a Revo? Yeah. Okay. The LDO V2 is gonna get Revo PZ or Easy E3D PZ. Easy peasy probe is going to go in the LDO V2 because that's a 300 spec V2 and it's got clicky in it. So I could just rip that out and just, it shouldn't take too long to swap it in. I'll take a look at it. Maybe we'll do that Sunday, or maybe next Friday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And as Steve says, do not feed it an extra 19 volts. It only needs 5. Don't do a Steve. Okay, so now we got to line all this up. So let's see here. Where'd I put that big thing of filament? Did I throw it in the garbage? Did I just snip a giant chunk of filament to use to line this up? No, I threw it on the ground. Of course I did. Okay. So let's start on this side and start lining everything up. So we'll start on this end actually, because this is where I got to move everything. So what you do is you loosen that, you put that through there, and then you just kind of line it up in the middle. Super. There we go. Yeah. There's that one. Nope, that ain't gonna work. I got a better mobile camera, I just haven't set it up yet. I got an adapter for it. There we go. Yeah. One day, if I ever do an intro montage, I'll have good footage for it now. There you go. Yeah, I'm not getting rid of the smoke in mine. Like, if you build stuff as a YouTuber, and you don't have a fail reel, what are you even doing? You really want to take the time on this, by the way, to make sure you're lining everything up correctly. The last thing you would want is to have to disassemble all this because you didn't take the time to line everything up right. So make sure you got everything lined up right. Otherwise, it either won't work at all, or you're gonna take a performance hit. And it's like when I tell people when they have, you know, a bad time with a Voron, I'm like, is it the Voron that's the problem, or did you just build it shittily? Because you'd be surprised how many people blame their problems on the fact that they just didn't build the printer right. It's like, oh, we told you to do it this way for a reason. Maybe I should have done that. Uncle Jesse in the door. Yeah, the door exploding on that thing was a pretty good clip. Okay, if all goes well, it should look something like that. Everything's nice and lined up. Go through, make sure everything's good. You, I'm gonna move over. Don't like you. Same with you. You need a little bit more. Problem is, I'm probably blocking the camera here. It's like, try and line up something while looking at it on an angle. Good idea. And also, as you tighten the set screw, try not to torque it. You're good. And you are good. There we go. Okay. There's that. Selector parts preparations. We need that, and what is that? 2 shafts. Okay, so the motor. Go. I think Steve, if you want to see Steve's little smoke, I think it's on, he might have posted on his Twitter or something, or something. I know it's clipped. Okay, so we got 2 rods. We got 2 M3 ends, and then of course M310. 3 of them. There we go. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so now insert 2 M3 square nuts into the marked opening. So 1, 2. 1. 2. Push you in. Push you in. Always make sure it lines up with the holes. We're good there. Okay. And, oop, something fell. Oh, that's just the filament. Okay. Insert the selector into the pulley body as shown in the picture. So this just kind of goes like that, I guess. It just sits there, I guess. Okay. Insert the 2 shafts through everything into that. 2 shafts go through. Okay. So I guess we'll start at the top. Okay, and this one. The shafts must pass through the selector and engage on the other side of the pulley. Push the shafts until they are fully seated, slightly below the surface. Okay. Okay. And this goes woo, and it goes through from different mode to different mode. Okay. Next, verify the selector can move around freely while the rod is in place. It feels like it's like hitting tabs, like it might just be engaging. Okay. Okay. And then we install the motor. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, just to make sure everything is lined up, I'll just go to a random one here, lead you through. Yeah, that goes all the way through. So we're good there. Okay. So I'm just going to leave you there for now. Actually, I'll lock you in the front position. It doesn't move on me, just to keep it easier while setting this up. There we go. Okay. So now motor wire facing up goes through here, and then we just screw this on. Actually, it doesn't matter. So I can just move it later. There we go. And then that just goes there. Okay, cool. Rotate the thread while pushing toward on the engage the trap. You can rotate the rod until it passes entirely in about 2 centimeters of the shaft. Okay, that seems about right. Okay, show the selector motor cable is orientated upward. Push the motor all the way in. Check there is some clearance between the selector and okay. Okay. With 2 M310s in the marked openings. There and there. Okay. So, goes there. Okay, get that one started. That one started. And that one. Not too painful. No, this build's going really good. This build's going really good. I think, wait, I think PRUSA likes M3s like Voron likes M38s. Yeah. M310 to a PRUSA is like M38s to a Voron. Mistakes happen. The 5th racing engine I built about 20 years ago, I forgot one important thing and grenaded it. Nothing salvageable. 21K down the drain. That mistake never happened again. Oh. That, oh. Like here, okay. This is gonna sound a bit weird. EVE Online instilled in me not a belief or a system, but basically, if I spend money on a toy, I won't spend money on a toy that I can't just throw away. I hope that makes sense. So what that means is it's like, I won't, if I fly FPV quadcopters, okay, I go fly FPV quadcopters around in a field. I fully understand if I buy a quad on my very first flight, I can put it in the river, I can put it in a farm field, and it's gone forever, or it just flies off for whatever reason, and it's gone. Okay, never spend money on a toy, or a hobby or whatever that puts you financially at a disadvantage. Like it. Yes, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, don't have any. Like, I'm not saying don't have any fun. All your money should go into investment. No, have fun in your life, but like, don't buy anything that, like, you know, but you spent 21 grand on a boat, on an engine, and it blew up. Okay, it sucks, but I hope that didn't put you at like a, oh shit, I can't pay my mortgage, or like 21's a lot. 21's a lot for a toy, but I hope, yeah. Don't borrow money to have fun. Never yeah, somebody said it there. Yeah, don't have fun with borrowed money. Exactly. So it sucks because it's like, oh, I wish I could have had the fun with it, but it's a lot better option than like, shit, now I'm paying for something, you know, I got installments on something I don't have anymore. Okay, that got like pounded into my head when I played EVE Online back in the day, because if you've never played EVE Online, it's an MMO, but it's one of those that it works on the, everything is physical in the game. So it's not like World of Warcraft where you put something in a bank and you go to another bank and you can take it out. It's like, no, if you put it in the bank in this city, it stays in the bank in that city. So if you have like items in a tower, in a space station, in one area, and you go way to the other side of the universe, you have to go back and get your shit, or pay somebody to move it. You can actually pay people to move stuff around. That's a job in the game people can do. But the thing with EVE Online is when your ship blows up, your ship blows up. So it's like, yes, you can get insurance, which will cover some of the hull, but it's not going to cover your implants. If you get killed, it's not going to cover your, so don't fly what you're not afraid to lose. So if you're spending money on a hobby or a project or something, please like spend money that you're okay throwing away, essentially. Okay, it's like gambling. Okay, I don't gamble because I got a very addictive personality and it would end badly. But if I do go to a casino, it's like I'm going to the casino with $20. That's all I'm going to spend. Like don't like, yeah, don't fly. You can't, anything you can't afford to lose. Yep. So if you've played EVE Online or fly FPV quadcopters or any other hobby like that, you kind of get that into you. So yeah, like, as you know, as fun as 3D printers are, don't take out a loan to buy a 3D printer, or like don't, you know, this is gonna sound bad. I'm looking at boats right now because the little guy is super obsessed with fishing and he wants to go fishing on a boat. So I'm looking at boats and it's like, that's a waste of money. I know it's a waste of money. So I'm gonna buy the cheapest freaking thing I can. Bust out another 1,000. So the trick is you don't buy a boat over 1,000. Hi, David. Everyone say hi, David. David's in chat. Everyone say hi, David. Using the end of a ball screw, slightly loosen the 2 screws holding the trapezoidal nut. Don't remove them completely. Okay, so we gotta loosen this a bit. Okay. Okay, so those are loosened. Did I see the 3D printed? I'm gonna correct you there. That is not a life-size benchy. What Emily did is really cool. Don't get me wrong. It's not a life-size benchy. Life-size benchy is 7,000%. For it to be a life-size, in my opinion, okay, yes, I know it's a YouTuber thing, life-size XYZ, okay? When you have a benchy, see the helm? See where go grab a benchy. You have a 3D printer, go grab a benchy, so I don't need to reference a benchy. You know what a benchy looks like. There's a wheel. There's a wheelhouse on the benchy, okay? The part where for it to be a life-size benchy, you need to print this large enough that I can stand at the wheel and it's proportional. That's a life-size benchy. I have to be able to stand in it, hold the wheel, and it be right-sized, which for me at 5'9" is 7,000%. I've looked it up because it's been an idea I've been trying to maybe do, but it's like, okay, cool. I made a 7,000% benchy that you can't actually do anything with because it would be heavy. So yeah. To build a life-size benchy, it needs to be like big. And I've yet to see somebody do that. Although I think Dr. D-Flow teased what he's working on, but I don't know if his is properly life-size. Be a tug size, yeah. Okay, so verify the selector can move when forced left, right. Okay, so. Okay, so it moves, and it's not clicking on stuff anymore now that we have that in there. Move the selector all the way to the left. And fully tighten the 2 screws. Okay. Do it, you won't. The problem is, like, okay, printing a life-size benchy, one, I would need to scale a benchy 7,000%. Then I would need to cut it up into individual pieces so that I can, you know, print it on my machines. Then I need to figure out how to make it, you know, actually usable. Because here's the thing. If I'm building a life-size benchy, I'm using that thing. 2 happy days in the life of a boat owner. The day they buy the boat and the day they sell the boat. Yep. Oh, I'm totally looking at like 14-foot aluminum dinghies that are from like the 50s with like an outboard motor from a company that hasn't existed since the 70s. That's like my budget for a boat. I only have a small area beside my house to store it, so I can't get anything big. And I literally just need something to go out like just in the lake here, like Lake St. Clair. So yeah. How many sections would you need? Well, fun fact, PRUSA Slicer doesn't like when I import a benchy, scale it 7,000% and try to slice it. It doesn't like it. It does not approve of that. Okay, so we've done that. What are we at right now? 112, okay. I want kayaks, but I have little storage space. Yeah, if it was just me, I would do kayak, but I got a 6-year-old who doesn't sit still. So I need something a little bit more stable. Okay, now, oh geez, now we need a bunch of stuff. Ooh, wow, now we need a bunch of stuff. By the way, this will probably be the last assembly part we do today. Just because I don't know if we'd be able to finish the next one. Just ask somebody for files. It needs to be bigger though. Idler assembly, so we need that. We need 1 M3N nut. There we go. Oh, by the way, David, we need to talk because I want to go visit your place in after Earth. Not your house. I don't want to see your house. I want to see the new printed solid stuff. M310s, 2 of those. 1, 2. M330s. Ooh, M330s. Wow, we're using something that other than M310. Wow, that's a surprise. Anyone do boat high on the lake? Someone you know taking canoe? I've been out on a boat. on the lake. It just, I don't have any like friends that have a boat, and I'll invite you from your house. Well, I mean, if you're doing a raging kegger, I might be down. It all depends. That, and 2 springs and 2 shafts. There we go. Okay. For the cost of filament. Yeah, that's the other thing. And it's honestly, it's not so much the cost of filament. I can hit up POLYMAKER and get filament. It's the machine time and the work time to, also a lot of gloop. Never buy a share boat. Oh yeah, no. If I'm buying a boat, I am buying like literally the 14-foot aluminum dinghy. I can fix it up. You know, I know I'll get it some bottle tote stuff and paint it and do stuff like that. Damn you, Zyla. I did not mean, freaking Zyla. Every time I go to say total boat, I say bottle tote. Bleh. Anyways, go watch her channel. She does cool stuff too. Half the reason I'm like changing around to do more project-y stuff is YouTubers like her. Okay, so now we need to make this work. Okay, so now we flip it over, I guess. Okay, so we flip it that way. Wait. Oh wait, did I skip a step? Oh, we put that on. That goes on. Okay, I see what we're doing now. Okay, so we put the 2 motors on this side. That's that way. So attach the English. Wow, you can tell I haven't had anything to eat today. Okay, so this goes like that, I guess. It just, okay. You go like that. Okay. 3D print a corset. Why would I 3D print a corset? Oh, she did one. No, you think some PLA is gonna hold all this in? Need some reinforced glass-filled nylon. Okay. The item should be on the left. Okay, now take a look from the opposite side of the unit. Insert M516 shaft into the marked opening and push it all the way through. Oh, right there. Okay, so we turn this around, and then these go in the end. And I accidentally pushed a piece of dog hair in, so that's never going to come out. Okay, so those are in. Okay, so now, oh, cool. Okay, now fit the shaft in place by M3 screws above it. Oh, you just put an M3 screw. Okay. Oh, that's a clever way of doing it. You just use an M3 and you just bolts it in. Check out inflatable boat. Looked at Eagle 375 Full Cat a while back. And I've looked at inflatable boats. Again, I'm just gonna boil this down to, I have a 6-year-old who does not sit still. Inflatable boats with sharp objects. And 2, most of those inflatable boats are only rated for 2 people. I do have a wife. I do like involving her with stuff. So if the wifey and the kid are also involved, that's 3 people on a boat. And most of the cheap inflatable boats I saw for like fishing that you could fish off of, are only rated for 2 people. Yes, I know, like, I'm not hitting weight with, you know, me and a 6-year-old, but there's that. Also, Lake St. Clair, while not exactly like the mighty Lake Superiors, that's, you know, you're not fitting the Edmund Fitzgerald probably would never have sunk on Lake St. Clair, let's be honest. Being out, I have been out there when a squall rolled in a little boat. I'm talking like a 10-foot boat. Yeah, oh, it's not fun. Now, granted, for those that know, if your boat sinks in Lake St. Clair, the standard operating procedure is to stand up and just flip your boat back over and then get back into it. Because if you know, Lake St. Clair, you can walk like a couple 100 meters out and the water's like up to your waist. It's a very shallow lake for most of it. But there are areas where it is deep, and if it does get bad, it does get bad. So strap them in. He probably would not like that. Okay, so we do that. So we put the M3 in that, open the idler body, insert the M3 S nut into the pulley body, push it all the way in. Where does that go? Oh, right there. So one thing I would change on these instructions, what I would personally do, okay, I'll move that to the other side, is instead of this whole put nut in as you go kind of thing, I would just have like a starter set of the instructions, like take all these parts and put all these nuts in right off the bat, instead of like as you go. Like I kind of get why they do it this way, but personally, I would like to, I would do it that way, where it's like grab all these parts, shove all your nuts in. Okay, good. There we go. Okay. Maximum depth is 27. Yeah, it's 27 feet in the dredged shipping channels. Like they might fall out. That's exactly why, essentially. That's exactly why they don't. It makes more sense to not do it that way. Layers. Done that, got that in there. Okay. Idler body installation. Okay, so attach the two M330s with springs. Except for the shipping lanes. The only time I have ever gotten seasick is like players running upriver after the fireworks show. Oh yeah, if you took a boat down to go see the fireworks show, getting out of there is probably, actually it's probably easier to get out of there with a boat than it would be to drive. Half the reason I've never gone to the downtown fireworks is simply the logistical nightmare that is getting out of there. Because they do them on like a Monday or Tuesday night too. So it's like, you gotta get to like somewhere at like 6 p.m. to get a shuttle downtown, because they shut down all of downtown, or you park like a mile away and you have to walk. And then the fireworks end at like 9:30, 10, and everyone leaves at once. So it's a nightmare to get out. So that goes there. Close the idler, insert the M310, tighten them until the screws are just above the surface. Okay. So you tighten them until they're just above the surface. Okay. I mean, they are just above the surface. Just above or just below the surface? Okay. Just above. Just above. Okay, just above the surface. Lake St. Clair. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I want to do cedar kayak, but no space for 16 to 18. That's a big kayak. Like the kayaks I were looking at was like 10 footers, 12 footers. Okay, so now we need the electronics cover, which is this guy, and the electronics board, which is a good question. Oh, it's probably in the box labeled spool holder and electronics. There is the brain. This is the brain. Also, I have the GPIO board and I have no idea what to do with it. I gotta figure out how to do all that stuff. I am not a software guy. And thoughts on Modillo's mag bed versus adding the magnetic sheet? Depends on your machine. If you're looking, I like the good machined magnetic beds. The problem is they're a little bit more finicky when it comes to the type of probe you're using. If you're going to be using tap or the easy probe if you're going to be using a nozzle probe that doesn't rely on inductive currents, essentially, I would go with a mag bed, a pre-made mag bed, if it's in your budget. If you plan on using like Beacon, I wouldn't, for example. So it depends on your setup. It depends on your setup and what you're planning to do with it. Okay, so now I need some M3 nuts. Closest I've been to Lake St. Clair. It's St. Clair, not Sinclair. Sinclair is like a bad guy from a video game, isn't he? Is Bell River. Well, Bell River, well, okay. The town of Bell River is right next to Lake St. Clair. Bell River is just a French for nice river, essentially. Bell is French for bell, and river is English for river. So we put some nuts in the board. Is there a DIY MMU? It's not on your budget. There is open source designs for multi-material units, but they're probably going to run you near the same. Will I be testing it? Well, I have one, so yes. We just got to put it in a printer still. I'm thinking we're going to put it in the LDO V2 because that has clicky in it. And all my other all my other tool heads have tap or some sort of nozzle probe already. So. There's also the chameleon too. Okay, so we put some nuts in here. Then we flip it over. Okay, and then they say hold this from the side so you don't get electrostatic discharge on it by touching it like this, but I've seen the LTT video, you can do it. It's got a little sheep on it. It's got a sheep on it. Okay. So it's called the sheep edition. Bah. Okay. So that just goes in there like that. And then we screw it in place with, please tell me, M310s. No, it's actually M36s. 3 M36s. Non-commercial license. I'm honestly surprised PRUSA held out as long as they did, trying to keep the open source spirit alive after, you know, business is business. Business is business. Time is money, friend. And it's hard to run a business when everyone just copies what you do, manufactures it in a cheaper market, and undercuts you. Because they, you know, half the cost of something is recuperating your investment on development and R&D and setting up manufacturing and whatnot. So if you can skip all that by just copying other people, people are going to do it. Okay. That's that. So now we need the PD board. So we're gonna need the PD board. Where's the PD board at? I need the PD board. Are you the PD board? Are you the cover for the PD board? I think. Are you the cover? Does this look like the thing I need? No. Oh, yeah, this is the thing I need. Okay, so I need that. I need some wires now. Are you the wires? MMU printer cable. Okay, it's this guy. Ah! Try not to lose all this. So I got you. Mine looks different. Wait, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't the right one. Here's the PD board. Then where'd that cable go? Here's the PD board. So here's the PD board. Okay, so where is that cable? Because this is the MMU3 printer cable. Oh, that's the Mark III S version. That's why it looks different. Okay, I got the Mark IV one. That's right. This is the right cable. Yeah, this is the right cable. Okay. Yeah, there you go. The Mark IV one looks like that. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. M318 screws. Where are those at? M318. So I need 2 of these. 2 of those. And a square nut. The board and the board cover. Okay, so put this together. So this slides in this. Come on. Yeah, come on. Slide into your slot. Come on, come on. Ah, try not to break the board doing this. There we go. Okay. So we slide that in until it's flush. Okay. And then that sits on those 2. Okay. Your garbage. So this goes like this. Okay. I don't know how you're supposed to plug anything in there, but I guess not. Okay. So the step is for units that have the PD board cover in the package. If your package does not contain this part, skip this step, okay? Slide the PD board in the bracket on the, then note the correct orientation of the part. Start sliding it. Okay, so that goes like that. Okay. So that goes like that. Attach the parent. Okay, this is. Oh, okay. Well, I have the cover, so. And then you attach. So I just want to make sure, like, okay, what's the red mean? The white connector is PD is pointing inward. Yeah, that mine's facing outward, but I got the cover, so I'm assuming mine's right. I think these are different versions. Okay. Does it matter which end of this I plug in? I'm just gonna go with this one. Oh, wait, no, these are different. Okay, yeah, this is different. Yeah, so that goes there. Oop. Slide that in there like that. Okay, cool. Connecting the cables. Okay. Oh, okay. So now this goes this way. Okay, this have like that. Okay, so this one goes here. Okay. This one here. Should go the right way around. Oh. There we go. Accidentally turned off my noise canceling. Okay, and then this goes there. Okay. So that's all that. So 1, 2, 3. Nothing goes there. Okay. Insert another M3 nut right there. Okay. There we go. Okay. And that just goes up top, I guess. Okay. That is double checking. And that is held on with 2 M318s. Make sure the side with the buttons pointing towards the front. Well, it only goes that way because, yeah, there's the buttons. Okay, so M318s. Yeah, these are the buttons here. What is the buffer solution for this? We haven't built it yet. There's like tons of different solutions for buffers. Like there's all kinds of off-the-shelf solutions. There's DIY ones. They include a basic one here. From my understanding, it works good enough. If you want to get fancier, you can always go fancier. Okay, there's that. There's that. Do some cable management later. It all kind of actually sits pretty nice behind here already. Put a zip tie on that. There you go. I mean, it looks, as long as it looks good from the front. As long as it looks good from the front, right? Textile sleeve preparation. Ooh, textile sleeve preparation. That's a long sleeve. Come with pre-installed. Oh, never mind. It's pre-installed. Cable management, part 1. Ensure the cable selector is moved furthest to the left. Okay, so we go all the way to the left. Get that back EMF all the way in there. Okay. Arrange the SuperPinda cable so that it joins the motor cable on the side. Okay. Leave enough slack to the cable so it doesn't bend too much within. Join the super. Okay, so we're gonna need some zip ties. Where are the PRUSA supplied zip ties? Where are my PRUSA zip ties? There they are. They are nylon cable ties. Snip, 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 snip. Don't forget, we've got 20 minutes left on the stream before we do a giveaway of a spool of POLYMAKER filament. So enter for your chance if you haven't yet. Okay. So that looks like that. So we'll just kind of do this. So you don't want it to be too tight. There we go. And then we do it in the back as well. This is actually going a bit better than I thought. This is basically built. Like, this is basically built, right? Now we just need to attach to the printer. Okay, at the back. Oh, we got a zip tie holder too. So this comes out here. Look at all these nice zip tie holders. I mean, we only use the one. And yeah, we do one more around all this. There we go. Get my snips. There we go. Voila. MMU3. An MMU3. Guys, we have an MMU3. Look at my MMU3. It's so cool. It's a MMU3. Sweet. So now we just kind of attach to the printer somehow. Tape, right? Just tape it on. No. Okay. Part 2, frame holder parts preparation. Okay. So we need this stuff. Oop. Double side VHP. I mean, I've got printers where the power supplies are held on with VHP and it works just fine. So M310s, 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2 nuts. 1, 2. Okay. Flip it over and put 2 more M3 nuts in. Okay. You gotta make sure you use real VHP though. You don't want to use the knockoff like AliExpress no-name brand VHP. If you're gonna use VHP, get the actual real 3M VHP. The knockoff stuff does not work as good. Okay, so those 2 are in there. And then so to that, add the frame holders into the unit. Make sure the part with the hooks is on the selector for the MMU3. Fix it. What? Okay, so that's facing forward. Oh, I see there's 4. So the hooks face forward like that. Okay. assuming this is how it stays on the printer. Okay, so that's that. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, label plate instructions. Okay, so now we flip this over. And then this just attaches with M310s to the front. Oh. Look at that. Look at that. They're looking all official and shit. Yeah, next time Joel's doing a live stream, ask him to bring out his PRUSA Mark II with the MMU3 on it. That thing is, I'm gonna save the, you know what's funny? I finally found it, now that I fish, now that me and the little guy do fishing as a little hobby, these little containers are super useful for like hooks and whatnot. So I've been saving these for like hooks and lures and whatnot. Okay, rear PTFE installation. So 5 to 10 long ones. Prepare. Okay, do we have long PTFE tubes pre-made? I've got 2 PTFE tubes. Am I supposed to have pre-made PTFE here? I do. I guess you just insert the 5 long PTFE tubes into the opening on the back collets. From now, you need to remove. From now, if you need to remove that, undo the tether. Verify the PTFE tube is fully inserted. Okay, so I'll just leave these stock length, I guess. So I gotta loosen these so I can open this, but first I gotta put these in. So I'm just gonna leave them stock length, I guess, so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have I printed anything fishing related? Not yet. I got a few ideas. Okay. Troy J, the IDEX 22 is a neat printer. Yeah, it's cool. Joel did a video. Did Joel's video go public today on it? So we got that. So I'm going to open this up because it tells me to make sure that they are properly engaged. 1, 2. You just loosen these, I guess. Yep, we're good. There we go. Okay. There's that. Okay. So now close the unit and tighten the idler screws slightly. Adjust both of the idler screws so that the top of the screw head is slightly above the surface of the idler body. Okay. Okay. This is a setting which works the majority of materials. Some specific elements will require more tension. Okay. So. Yeah, so you may need to tension them more or less depending on the filament. Sticker installation. Oh, I gotta put the stickers on. I gotta put the stickers on. Okay, so you can't, it's not official without the stickers. So on this side, we put the Shit Be Hot Yo sticker. Okay. And on the bottom, I put the label sticker. If we don't have the stickers, it won't work. See, this will run at 24 volts. Oop, I didn't. This will run at 24 volts, Steve. Okay. And that's it. The MMU3 is assembled. So I can update. Wait, I gotta do this. I gotta do. I'm gonna start updating my thumbnails of a live stream after I finish it. So it's like, do the stupid YouTuber face. I hate the YouTuber face, but it works. I hate it. I hate it, but it works. Cool. MMU3. Hey, who wants to win some filament? You want to win some filament? We're gonna do a giveaway now. That was fun. That was a nice build. That was a nice, simple build. I'm not gonna lie. That went together much nicer than I originally thought it would. Very nice. Very nice build. Very nice build. Building PRUSA stuff is always fun because it just goes together. Like that's the one thing, or not the one thing. There's a lot of things I like about building a PRUSA, but the one thing I like about it is the fact that it just goes together. You just build it and it goes together. So we're gonna be doing the giveaway in like 5 minutes. So we're gonna do the giveaway at 2 o'clock. So if you have not entered yet for a chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, do this now because we're gonna be doing the giveaway very soon. Leave it all flat so I can close all these boxes up. So keep it all nice and organized. There we go. Number of screws. Well, we haven't finished building it. There's still more to build. Like, we haven't finished the build. We still have to attach it to the printer. So that'll be on next Friday's stream. You didn't see anything? How are you coming along? 75%. Oh, it's a top layer. That's why. Will PRUSA make you go faster? Yes. Well, this is my lunch. This is the closest thing to a lunch. Speaking of lunch, are you thirsty? Buy some gamer subs. Later today at 3 p.m. I think it is. Who's messaging me? Nope, that's not the message I want to read. Who are you? Boxes. Okay, who are you? That's that. Okay, where is? Right, where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? This. Okay, cool. There. Go buy gamer subs at 3 p.m. today because you get free shipping. So order gamer subs after 3 p.m. Use my code Canuck. You get 10% off your order and you get free shipping. Starts at 3 p.m. EST today. So there you go. To 2 p.m. EST on the 13th. So use code Canuck, get 10% off your order and free shipping. And if you just want to try some stuff, get the free samples. They're free. They're completely free now. You don't even got to pay for shipping. So I drink gamer subs for the plot. Yeah, there's some plot to some of these cups. There's definitely some plot there. To each their own. I just like the way it tastes. It just tastes good. This flavor is good. It's very good. I don't know. Oh, it's already live? Okay, cool. If it's already live, then there you go. Use the code right now. Buy some gamer shops. It helps the channel. You're helping the channel while I eat gummies here. I think I have leftover pasta. I'm gonna go eat. Good. Blowhole Blast, Brand Risk, and Cope are like my go-to flavors right now. Oh, and the lemonade. If the lemonade, the caffeine-free lemonade is very good. Is my like late night drink. Because they do make caffeine-free versions too of everything, or most of it. Okay, I think that's it. So we're gonna do the giveaway in 5 minutes, and then that's about it. Anime thigh highs. Anime girl thigh highs is pretty good, but it's the thing. There's not many flavors that I don't like, so people overestimate. Well, that's why I'm just eating a small bag of them. Like I got the XL bag still in the fridge because it's freaking. Remember we opened these and it was like all like. Does this count as one Haribo? Is this one Haribo? Does this count as one? Oh, that one's gone. I have no idea where that one went. Cronenberg. Oh. E pluribus unum. That makes sense there. That actually at a many one. Brand Risk, Lean, Grandpa's Ashes, like that. Brand Risk is really good. Brand Risk is really good. It's like my go-to generic flavor. The problem is I don't like using it so much because the only Brand Risk I have is like the limited edition one. So it's like I don't want to. I know it doesn't matter what's in the tub, but it's like it's a limited edition tub. In terms of coffee, I still do coffee in the morning. I still do a coffee in the morning, but like I'm a night owl, so I'm up till like 2 a.m. every night. So this is like. I used to drink a shit ton of pop. Like we used to go through like a Costco case of Coke like every week or two. And so I've like really cut down on like I'll still drink the odd Coke Zero, but like I used to drink just regular Coke by like 2 or 3 cans a day, sometimes 3 or 4 cans a day, sometimes more. So I cut that out a lot. So Goof Juice. I haven't tried the Goof Juice yet. Like, I can hit up my rep and get some sent over, but I don't like asking for free stuff often. So how much time we got left? We got 2 minutes left for the giveaway. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win some POLYMAKER filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance, because we're gonna be doing the giveaway in like 2 minutes. And then after that, the stream is over. And then once the stream is over, I don't know, go watch my video from yesterday again. Make sure these are the right size. They are. Yeah, it kind of sucks that they only sell EMT by like 5-foot or 10-foot sections. Because the problem is, like, how big do I need here? I should probably measure this. Where's my tape measure? Oh, it's inside. Where is my tape? I'll pick that up later. There's a tape measure. Hopefully that was nothing important. I don't think that was. I think that was just a box of random crap. 4 feet. Yeah, so So I wish they sold it in 8-foot section so I could just cut it in half and make 2 4-foot. But now I'm gonna cut it in half and have a 4-foot, a 4-foot, and a 2-foot. Also, what are you supposed to use to cut EMT conduit? Because I have no clue, honestly. I got a pipe cutter? I think I have a pipe cutter. I have a pipe cutter. I gotta have a pipe cutter. Pipe cutter. I know I have a pipe cutter somewhere. I just don't know where. So it's, oh, maybe it's in here. Maybe it's in here. Pipe cutter. Okay. What do I got? 4 cans of oxy, or no, propane. Yeah, these aren't oxide. Why do I have so many cans of propane? Or benzene? Yeah, it's propane. Okay, I thought I had a pipe cutter. Really? I don't have a pipe cutter? You know, the ones you clamp down and then you spin them. Oh, this is gonna bug me now. Am I gonna have to go buy one now? Damn it, I don't have one anymore, I don't think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go buy one. Shit. Dang it. Maybe you're in here. Pipe cutter? No. Pipe cutter? Pipe cutter? Oh. There. Pipe cutter? Pipe cutter? Pipe cutter? No. No. Pipe cutter? Pipe cutter. Pipe cutter? Nope. I don't have a pipe cutter. That sucks. I thought I had one. You know the ones you clamp on and you spin it? I have one. It's somewhere in the house then, probably. It's probably like downstairs in like the laundry room or something, or the junk drawer. I mean, I have hacksaws. I can cut it with a hacksaw, but that's very Neanderthalic. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Responses, link to sheet, create. Hey, you know what? While I'm doing that, boop. Okay. Frickin', they changed the thing. or Google changed the Google Doc thing. Also, I totally fed you an ad there. Some of you may have gotten an ad while I was getting this set up. So that close. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, there you go. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Marbles on Steam. There we go. Whatever pipe. The last time I used it was when I refinished my bathroom. Before I had my kid, who's in grade 1. So it's been a while since I've used my pipe cutter. Clear. Okay. Marbles on Steam. There we go. So we got 348 people. Let's go with coils of power bots. 3, 4, 8. Bots, that, play. So how this works, midstream ads. Yeah, I can push a button to feed you an ad. Which if it's like, I've been told to start doing it. It's like, yeah, anytime you got dead air, just push that button. It's like, okay, we'll try it. Okay, so how this works, if you win, you win. But if I pick you and wish you good luck and then you win 2 spools. So congratulations to, who's this? Da Finch. Da Finch, if you win 2 spools of filament. Off you go. Some of them are first to the finish. Some of them are closest to the middle. But either way, whoever wins, wins. And remember, exclamation mark, I want to go faster, makes you go faster. Exclamation mark, gullible, makes everyone else go slower. So make sure you're spamming chat for that sweet, sweet YouTube engagement. Wow, this is a complicated. What's down here? Okay. My RTX 1070 Ti is having fun here. Oh no! Oh no! You're not supposed to go down there. 3D Protofab's in the lead. What you say? What you say? You did. 3D Protofab. Oh, no. You lost your momentum. Oh, Spectra. Spectra's in the lead. Oh, Shadow. Oh, for a second I thought Shadow had snuck in there, but nope, they did. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Printing 0. Don't bop it. Oh, you won. You almost bipped it, but you got it. Physics of the game are questionable. To be fair, it's better than spinning a wheel. It's more entertaining. Chat engages. Oop, I don't know what I hit there. Okay. Chat is more engaged to it. I somehow turned off names. Oh well. Okay, whatever. I'll figure out how to turn that on later. Settings. Video. Game audio. Display names. Oh, whatever. Just start and exit. Yeah, we'll figure it out next time. Anyways, Printing 01. Congratulations, Printing 0. You will get an email from me after the stream ends some point later this evening with information on how to collect your filament. So was it Printing 0? Oh, there you are. Printing 0. There you go. So you will get an email from me this evening, or hopefully just after stream, with information on how to collect your filament from POLYMAKER. So golf claps in chat. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. Yeah, we're gonna call it there. Tomorrow's stream, again, most likely no stream tomorrow. If there is a stream tomorrow, it'll be very last minute. It'll be like at everyone, hey, I'm live right now, come join in. Otherwise, there may also be a stream Sunday then. So if I can't get the stream in tomorrow, we'll try and do something Sunday. But otherwise, that's about it for streams this week. So we're gonna call it there. Shout out to PRUSA for providing this MMU3 unit for testing and evaluation. They did send this to me for free on the condition that I make videos and whatnot on it. So shout out to PRUSA there. If you want to know more about it or buy one for yourself, there is a link in the description. It is an affiliate link, doesn't cost you anything extra. Go a long way in supporting the channel. Also, huge shout out to POLYMAKER for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more, description as well. Some are affiliate links, blah, blah, blah. Use code Canuck, though, on GamerSup, save 10% off your order and get free shipping right now. So get in on that. And then lastly, for those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. So yeah, so we're going to call it there. this was fun. We'll carry on with this next Friday. We'll get it installed in the printer and give it a test. So enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands. And I shall see you hopefully tomorrow, but maybe not. Maybe Sunday, maybe not, but then Tuesday. Okay, bye.